Welcome, Flagg checking in, and welcome to another one of my vlogs. Now, this vlog will just be more of me talking to the camera. I didn't really get to film a lot the past couple of weeks because, like I said, I've been busy. But a few things that I've been able to do. I got my dad's old bike, took it to a local bike shop, and got it fixed up, and I've been riding that around campus quite a bit. So anytime I have to go to campus, whether it be to go to the gym or go to any club meetings or any events, I take my bike and I've had a lot of fun doing that. I have finally ordered a new desk for my room. So it's taken a bit longer to get here than I anticipated, so I haven't gotten to start much work on my stop motion stuff, but I will be getting into it soon. It has just arrived and I've got to put it together. I have been continuing to go to jujitsu. Haven't gotten to go as frequently due to my schedule, and I'm just trying not to burn out. But at least once a week right now, but I want to up that to maybe twice a week if possible. Because when I started, I was actually trying to go 3 times out of the week, but that just wasn't sustainable with my weightlifting schedule as well and my internship schedule. So I'm not sure I'll talk about it right now until it's a done deal, but I do have some things that are developing for the near future that I'm cautiously excited for because, nothing's really guaranteed, but there are things in the works and I will share that in the next video if I have any update. As far as the World Cup goes, so I've never been much of a soccer fan or like really anyone who's kept up with soccer growing up. But I decided to watch the first match of the World Cup last week because they're streaming it over at the International Students Club, during their hours whenever there's a game on. So, that kind of hooked me in, so I've been keeping track of everything. Last night was the match between Ghana and Panama. We have some students from Ghana that are part of the club, and, a few of them were there watching it. And we were all rooting for them, so it was really nice to see that they won their first match. I haven't really gotten into it, but it's one of my interests. The Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer 2 came out. I'd love to post things in the future, like trailer reactions to things that I'm interested in, but I haven't really figured out how to do that, and I haven't really had the motivation to pursue anything outside of these vlogs and other creative endeavors. So that might be something I consider doing in the future. Also got to meet up with an old friend. He actually used to be my roommate when I started going to school up here for my bachelor's degree. And he's been in this building basically the whole time as well because he got accepted into the medical school nearby. He just graduated med school, so that's really awesome. He's officially a doctor now. And he lives about 2 hours away from here, or at least his family does, and that's where he'll be until he eventually has to leave and do his residency. So it was really nice to catch up with him. He always has great advice. It's always great to talk to him. Very interesting and smart guy, and I hope nothing but the best for him going forward. Also, I've planned a couple of trips that I want to go on once I graduate. They're still in the very early stages, but I'm planning a 2-week domestic trip to go to various cities and states that I just haven't gotten to go to. And then there's a 2-week international trip. And I intend for that to be one where I primarily meet a lot of my online friends, which I only have a handful of, but it'll be really nice to finally see them in person and use it as an excuse to see countries I haven't visited yet. Also trying to figure out a good way to film things when I'm biking. In addition to trying to hike more, I'm going to try to bike on more of these trails as well. So I don't know what kind of perspective would work best either. Maybe if I have someone with me, I can get them to occasionally film a little bit. But not sure about the best approach to that, but I'd like to make my videos a bit more visually interesting. I know that this one isn't particularly great, but I'm doing the best with what I have right now, and I think consistency is really important. I don't want to just put out content for the sake of it, but I also don't want to get stagnant and then be I'll post it next week and just consistently delay and delay content. And I think quality over quantity is important, but if I don't do these, I won't have those necessary habits I need to, improve as a content creator, or those habits I need to be consistent as well. So we'll see how that goes as well. Oh yeah, something else big that's happening. So I'd been put on a wait list for a potential ADHD assessment. There are various reasons why I think I should get the assessment done. Over the years, I've just had certain difficulties that align very well with what I know about ADHD. And the counseling center over at my campus provides assessments for them during the summer. And I was put on a wait list for a while. And honestly, I thought they'd forgotten about me, or they just got fully booked up, or like removed me from the list. I don't know why I thought that. But no, they finally got back to me. We talked on the phone for a little bit, so I finally have a date set for that assessment. So I'll try to document like before and after that whole process when it happens. So looking forward to that. Hopefully, regardless of what the outcome is, I learn something about myself and like find better ways to manage certain deficiencies that I have, if that makes sense. Something else I'd like to do is post more on my Instagram page. I know I have it like linked in my bio, and I tried using it to advertise my channel a bit, but Instagram doesn't seem to be pushing out my content as much as it used to when I first started the account. And I've also done like a massive follower purge since I like first started. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes as well. That's something I've really struggled being consistent with, is making posts for Instagram and like advertising my content. But it's a lot to juggle, especially when you're doing everything that I'm doing, like, filming everything, editing everything, everything else I've mentioned, my internship, my jujitsu, my weightlifting schedule. And honestly, I think I just need to make time for that. Like I said, like I hate making excuses. It's the last thing I want to do. It's just, it's really easy to become less motivated, especially when you're in environments that are not as conducive to that. Like when I go back home over the weekends, for example, really hard to get like even stuff that's important. Like there are a few forms and applications I have to fill out. I've been procrastinating very hard on. So maybe a change of environment, just some slow, healthy habit building. We'll see how it goes. Like I don't intend to like stop this as long as I'm having fun with it, but yeah, we'll see. I also don't want to overpromise and underdeliver with any of my content. So I'm going to stop putting like a definitive date or like, teasing certain things that I plan to happen in the future just because I don't have like a set schedule right now. There is a very ambitious video project I have in mind, but I guess I'll have to become a better editor or like set aside way more time to work on it. But I'm really, really excited for that. It's just, I haven't had the opportunity for it to happen. And honestly, until I get my desk and like clean up my workspace a little bit, it's going to be really, really hard to make certain things happen. And like I've mentioned before, like one of those things is I want to make a proper intro. I've recorded the narration for the intro, but I haven't actually like, edited anything together or animated anything, or I've just got a bunch of different ideas. I don't know how it's going to end up looking in the end, but we'll see how that goes. God, I feel like I keep saying that. We'll see how that goes, but honestly, that just describes my approach to life right now. But until next time, cheers.